right, guys, this is a Steezy Boy podcast. Introduce yourself, you guys.
All right, we got Unique. You can follow me on Instagram, STEEZYBoy, ST33ZYB0Y.
All right.
Hey, so I'm Chris. You guys can follow me at trippyz_.
My name's Dylan. You can follow me on Instagram, TrillDylan_ DYLAN.
This is Michael. You could follow me at _Steezy, STEEZY, Mike _.
All right, now to kick things off real quick, we're going to talk, first episode, this is since we're a new podcast, we'll be talking about the sneaker culture and the fashion world. So to get it started, got the MCA Air Forces here, and we're going to go around and ask, what got us into sneakers. So I'll start first, I guess. So for me, one day, I don't remember. One day I was just looking on shoes, Kicks on Fire. Remember Kicks on Fire?
Yeah.
Exactly. So exactly. So Kicks on Fire, and I just started studying shoes, especially Jordans. I started studying Jordans like a lot. So and then it just became my session. And then when I got a job, I started spending money on shoes a lot. And then it just, what I do is a collection for me. I just love shoes. It tells more than, it tells like about you per se. Like it's kind of, it depends on what shoes you get. It kind of separates you from other people.
Facts.
And, you want to be look different in public. So, and be complimented. So that's what I take from getting shoes, and I don't think I'm ever going to stop. So what about you guys?
I could say what started me, probably same thing, Kicks on Fire. That had a huge part to play in it because all the time I would look at the releases, knowing I can't cop them because I didn't have the money for them. But I would just look at them and be like, man, when I get older, I'll be able to get those. And I think it all started, my friend had lent me a pair of cement 40s, bro. Cement 40s. They were like size 11. Back then, I wore like a size 8.
Yeah,
So
triple sock.
I had like triple socked, and I had triple socked and still rocked them to school. And like just the compliments and everything really like forced me to look more into my fashion. Because once I got those, just a lot of people started giving me more eyes than usual. And then from there, I guess just the love of sneakers grew from there.
All right.
Facts.
All right, that's fine.
For me, it started out like, I would like to say like maybe 5th grade. I was seeing everybody wearing all these cool shoes. I didn't have, the money to buy it, obviously. But, when I did get my first job, I started to look more into shoes. I think my first pair of shoes from, Jordan was like a pair of Jordan 2s. And that's low-key would be my favorite silhouette of it. But, after that, it just started piling up, the want for more shoes, finding my style, finding the way I stand out from everybody else. But, yeah, great journey.
Yeah, the way I got into shoes, it honestly started in 6th grade for me. Because before that, I wasn't really into shoes. Me and this female, we used to switch shoes, like, back in, 6th grade. Like, every class period, we would switch shoes. I would give her she used to give me her Bread 4s. That's all I know. I used to get Bread 4s, and I used to give her my LeBron 9s. Wow, and I used to wear those Bread 4s, bro. I was just like, I'm the guy, bro. I'm the guy in this, bro. I almost went home with those things one day, but ever since that day, that's when I really got into shoes. I used to look at shoes all the time, but I had no money. So what I used to do is I used to do little chores here, wash cars, mow the lawn, something, or just wash dishes, try to get like $5, $10 here. And it adds up over time eventually. And I would get shoes here. My favorite shoes that I had like during my childhood was probably my Grape 5s. Those were like crazy to me. I love those. But yeah, that's how I got into shoes. That's how I started.
Yeah, we're gonna touch on our favorites later inside the episode. So hold off on that one. So Mike, you go.
Yeah, so the way I got into shoes, it wasn't even from Kicks on Fire. I was in middle school, saw this kid always came in with, like, he had like 3 nice pair of Jordans. I remember one of them was the Flint 13s. He used to wear them with those skinny Levi jeans. where with his Aeropostale shirt with his cardigan. I was like, yo, this is try hard.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's 2013.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, ever since that, I was just like, yeah, I gotta get me some Jordans, bro. Ended up my first pair of Jordans ended up being the Celtics ones, the DMP ones.
Wow,
with that Jordan
my first retro was it was actually Jordan ones, so it was the Venom ones.
Oh, yeah.
They're not OG. You guys remember? I got those from New York.
Yeah.
I mean, they were cheap at the time. I was saving my money, but I wore those with 8th grade. Wore them for like a year or so.
Wore them with confidence too.
I did because those things started it all. Those were my stepping stone. But I had that, and then I remember the KO ones. I had those.
Oh yeah,
in
the
high.
KO ones,
Those are the ones, I had the first pair of Jordans that were actually, I don't know if it was my first pair of Jordans that were OG, but it had OG in it, and I'm gonna have those to this day. So I'll take it. And then the shoes I have now it's a lot over. Take
up the whole episode with your collection.
Yeah, my collection is a lot. So, but my whole collection is a reflection of my hard work throughout the years, and I'm just gonna hoard those things until those things fall apart. So I don't know about you guys. I know you guys sell and stuff like that.
Yeah. I don't know. Me, I always like to switch the style up. So I'm always. Let me put this right here just in case. But yeah, I always like to switch the style up, man. I never keep one pair of shoes in my closet for too long unless I really like them, or like I just know in the future I won't be able to get a chance to get them at the same price I did before. Like, I guess what started that for me was probably like the UNCs, the Off-White UNCs.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
Got those for probably like $350 back then.
Yeah.
And that was for Grab Bash. That's what really started me into like the hype wear and stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember you walking. I was like, this guy has Off-White 5s. It was like a net breaker because no one had those at the time.
Off-White 5s.
Oh, folded.
Off-White ones.
Off-White ones. The UNC ones, those are crazy. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure we all have a story to tell about, our shoes and stuff like that. But we'll get into that all later in the episode. So now we're going to get into
the rise and fall of sneaker culture.
Yeah, the rise and fall of sneaker culture. So, the rise. So, I'm pretty sure the rise dates back probably in the 2000s, late 2000s, 2010s. So we talk about that. So remember Jordan 11s, one of the most hyped shoes of that decade. Red 11s, Concord 11s, Space Jams, Gamma Blues, the Legend Blues, the Cool Grays, all of those. Yeah, it's a really long list. And back then there was no resellers. All you had to do was win a ticket raffle. I mean,
or you could just wait in that line with.
If you got fortunate,
fortunate. I wish I could wait in those lines because man, I think those are good memories. But I don't know about you guys. I don't know if you guys remember how shoes were back then.
Well, for starters, I feel like the shoes back then had way better quality than they do now. Like as you can see now, Jordan 11s aren't as good as they used to be. Back then, they were coming with shoe inserts, holographic boxes, everything like that.
Yeah, the special
packaging. Countdown packs, which featured 2 different shoes that added up to 23. You don't see stuff like that nowadays. I feel like back then they were really on their stuff.
Yeah, now two shoes now. Yeah, two shoes nowadays is like $800.
Yeah, for sure.
Package like aesthetically pleasing and then putting quality into the shoe.
Exactly.
Now I feel like everything is different.
Yeah. I know you guys were talking about the rise. I kind of want to touch on the fall of sneakers. Like, honestly, sneakers right now, it's crazy how far we've fallen off from the fabrics they used for the shoes back then and everything. But for now, like, I know they had those Mischief red boots, whatever those things are called. Once I saw those come out, I was like, yeah, we're falling down, bro.
Actually, it's not like those. Good. I did like those. I'm not gonna lie. I did. Yeah. Yeah, one-time wear thing. But
should have started with black. Red was too loud.
But,
Too loud.
That goes to the Astro Boy, you know? Like the
Yeah.
actual
Yeah.
themed after, you know?
Yeah. So
Everybody's wearing them now. Like, if you're going to a big event, you're gonna see somebody there.
Yeah.
yeah, you know, I actually seen him at the Celtics game.
Yes.
Last
Yeah.
night.
Yeah,
Two.
I saw
Yeah.
two,
Guys.
two guys.
I was
yeah.
like, bro, what is going on? Really? That's pretty good. I'm gonna
Good for
stick.
her. Yeah.
I'm gonna stick to the rise. So the rise. So you know, those lines were crazy. You had to camp out for a couple days. I remember there's some stories about some Concord 11s that dropped in 2011, I believe. Man, the person had to wait on the website for like 3 days.
So it'd be
Like
Jeez.
let's say exactly. So let's say the shoe dropped on Saturday. So that person would be on the website since Wednesday or Thursday. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
And now we come so far, and now we got to rely on Sneakers app, which is the worst.
It is one of the worst raffles.
Exactly. The most flawed raffles. And now, like back then, you could go in Foot Locker. I think you had to pay $50 for a raffle, and then
something like that.
yeah, and then you could go pick up your shoe.
Yeah.
Now,
if you hit on the raffle.
Yeah, if you hit on it. Now it's just you got to go to Sneakers app, hope, which almost never happens unless you have a sneaker box. But yeah, it's just the rise, the pinnacle of sneakers, and the fall is just it's crazy,
It's
man.
stark. It's stark, honestly. The difference is stark.
Yeah, I was just thinking like, not just the fall of the reselling stuff, but like the fall of the quality, like you guys were talking about. The reimagined threes. I have the 2013, the with the Nike Air on the back.
88s.
The
Yeah,
88s, yeah.
And you could look at the back at the elephant print. Those things are nice and thick. Like those black marks are nice and thick.
Yeah.
consistent
And it's
throughout.
consistent. Yeah,
That's true.
I'm looking at the 2023s. I'm just like,
Yeah, very inconsistent. Then you have some Jordan 1s that came out, the reimagined.
Yeah.
Those things had mold. Those things had mold on them. Like, what shoe do you know has mold on them?
they
So
tried
that was
too hard
that
to
was
age
crazy.
them.
Exactly, that was really crazy. And one of the best sneakers I personally believe at that time in early 2000s that had the sneaker world on the chokehold was the Galaxy Foamposites.
Oh,
Yeah. Facts.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Especially in New York.
Yeah.
Those
Especially
people
in New
are
York.
dying over those.
Yeah,
Facts.
Yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah,
then,
they had
Now they're
the
coming
time.
back with a couple. I think there's like these chrome red ones coming out soon.
Oh,
but
yeah, yeah.
And there's rumors that the Galaxies are dropping
Yeah,
again
exactly.
next year. Which
but
is
I will
crazy.
tell you this: that Foamposites did experience one of the biggest drop-offs.
Yeah, they did.
Like,
Facts.
It's because they're not comfortable. I had the I had the Weathermans, and those things were crazy back then.
Yeah.
But
Well, yeah.
I just could not wear those.
oh yeah, I
Those
remember
things
that.
were
I
not
remember the
comfy.
pack, the Weathermans, the Asteroids,
Yeah, the
what's it?
Astros were crazy.
Those were the,
Asteroids.
I think it's called Area 87 or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those.
yeah,
But to me, those are my favorite foams. Like,
My favorite was
Those
the
are my favorite.
My favorite were the pearls.
oh, those are cool.
Pearls were nice. The eggplants are nice too, but the pearls were my favorite.
There was another one. I think there was not the Galaxy foams. I forgot. I think it's called the Big Bang Foamposites. I don't remember.
Yeah, there was another one called the Big Bang.
Yeah, it's like a rainbowish.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never seen that colorway.
But yeah, those things. Oh yeah, the Supreme pair.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
CD
one in
the
red.
CDGs are still pretty hype right now though. The Comme des Garçons colorway.
Yeah.
White, it's white and black, right?
Yeah, there's a white color and a black
Like a
color.
ripple effect.
Yeah, it looks
But I
nice.
think they retailed for a lot anyways, because most CDG
Yeah, it's CDG,
collabs
so yeah, it's gonna be
all
expensive.
Are very
I
expensive.
think they
off rips.
retail on it was like 300.
300.
Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy. I remember like the end of, let's say like 2017. Now we're going like 5-6 years ago. So like 2017, that's when Jordan 4s and Jordan 3s and Jordan 1s pretty much started to come back. And let me tell you, they had everyone in a chokehold. I mean, Nike was making money off of us.
Yeah, they were.
Still are.
Especially those fours.
Yeah, I mean, those bread 4s are crazy. I mean, like, not even bread 4s. The white cement
The white
4s.
cement 4s were
2016 white cement 4s. You do not see them. You don't see people wearing them anymore. You know why? Quality went down, or they didn't take care of it, or they just holding it for some sort of reason.
Yeah.
I hope they don't release ever again, but yeah.
They're gonna release them again. It's not gonna be anytime soon.
But yeah, Jordan 4s, I mean, like, when people went crazy for Jordan 4s, they went crazy for Jordan. Like, JB, Bread 4s, Cement 4s, Columbia's. Yeah, and then we're not even mentioning the collabs, the Off-White collabs, the Travis Fours. Those, oh my goodness, bro. Imagine trying to get your hands on those back in 2010, 2008, and 11.
That's not happening.
Exactly. Those, if those had released back then, I feel like those would have been going for probably 10,000.
Yeah.
Because they were back then it was less accessible. You had less chances of getting them, less resellers, less everything.
There was less pairs being made. That's why the quality is so low on these shoes now. They're making so much of them because they want to get everybody a chance to get them. But now you're killing the quality on them.
Exactly. And then you have other raffle places that they're not really fair because, you know, people use
like, speaking on raffles, you have Shoe Palace, where it's notoriously known for having horrible service when it comes to raffles. You have the Foot Locker, you have Champs, you have Ama Manier has one, Kith. They're all, you know, rigged in some type of way.
I noticed that you mentioned Foot Locker and Champs. Let's talk about how they falling off. Oh my goodness, bro. What I mean fell off. Even Nike, the Nike store fell off too. I mean, I remember Mikey got his pair of Jordan 9s, the Space Jam 9s from Nike, the Nike outlet.
That was crazy.
Now, I mean, you can hardly find anything at the Nike outlet at times.
Find some free runs. That's pretty much it.
Exactly, because everyone want to back.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but like people, you got the exactly. You got the workers backdooring the pairs, so like.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing.
Exactly, and then it's just kind of crazy, and then I think they're shutting down a few stores of Foot Lockers and Champs, Finish Lines. I mean, it's crazy because everyone thought Foot Locker was the it store, like where you get your shoes, and now to see it falling off. I mean, that's kind of crazy. I don't even think they sell Jordan. I don't think there's I know there's a recent report that they pulled some shoes off the shelves for sure.
Yeah, I heard Nike said they were gonna stop giving Foot Locker their shoes, but I don't think that turned out to be true. I've been to a Foot Locker. It's been months now, but I've been to a Foot Locker. They still got Jordans.
No, they do. I went to one today. One today. They had the one in Pembroke. They have the Lucky Green 3s that just dropped.
Bricks.
In there.
Yeah, bricks.
Bricks.
Yeah. Jordan.
Oh yeah, social media did have
focus on accessibility. Because everybody has a phone nowadays. They can.
Yeah, that you made a good. Yeah, you made a good point. Social media, the way they promote the shoes.
Like back then, there wasn't Instagram resellers.
Yeah, there wasn't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Instagram resellers now. eBay could be like a reliable source as well. You got StockX Go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
harping on what Yamik said. Yeah, back then, if you saw an Instagram person selling shoes online, you would stay away from them because you would automatically think that they're fakes or something like that.
Yeah. No, and this was also where eBay was also like they didn't have authenticity guarantees, so that was the place you couldn't go. Yeah. And now, like with all when technology gets better, there's a lot more marketplace, like Facebook Marketplace. You wouldn't go and buy shoes and stuff like that, but now you can. Yeah. Clothes as well. You got Depop, Forever 21 have their own app. All these other big retail stores have their own app to buy stuff from,
and then get authenticated. Yeah. But you mentioned the other places, the other marketplaces. Let me tell you, at the end of 2020, bro. Remember when we didn't have to pay taxes for shoes?
Oh, I remember that.
The e-commerce. Oh, I hated that thing.
Yeah. Especially on GOAT, we could just buy a shoe and they only charge you like $12 after.
Oh my goodness, GOAT was a go-to. Sales tax, shipping, storage. Oh my goodness, they hit you with all.
Some pair of shoes go from like $200 to like $250 or $260 based off of sales tax. Yeah, I'm just like,
it was crazy. I'm like, come on, man, we gotta do better.
Even StockX, like at the time, was heavily abusing it.
Now you mentioned,
like 3 or 4 different.
I think you mentioned StockX. I remember StockX. They used to push that narrative, StockX narrative. They had commercials of StockX, and then now
they got exposed.
Yeah, they got exposed, and they don't really check their shoes if they're real or not. I mean, I've seen some people's experiences. Yeah, and just put it down. Like, it doesn't make sense, but it's crazy. I mean, I wish I was a little bit older to experience the rise of sneaker culture, but now I'm realizing the downfall of sneaker culture. The question is, can they rise again? We just gonna have to see and wait.
Yeah. Find out on the next episode.
Probably.
Another thing is though, like with the
That too.
Facts, yeah.
Travis.
Travis was here. A lot of people weren't liking certain silhouettes, and now all of a sudden,
That too.
people like Travis one low.
Kanye.
Used to hate low.
Yeah, Kanye, Virgil.
Exactly. You have many more.
Especially Virgil. Oh my god.
Yeah, he big influence.
I actually never liked Off-White. I mean, I never liked Forces to begin with, bro. Like, I used to see people with white Forces. I was like, bro, those are so lame, bro. But then the Off-White Forces.
Yeah.
I saw the Off-White Forces. I was like,
yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, we're
not gonna get into. We're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna get into that.
No, but yeah, I mean, these Air Forces are pretty much the trademark of Nike. I mean, slapping Virgil and Off-White on those. I mean, it helped Nike, you know.
Yeah, transitioning though, because like we were talking like a lot about rise and fall of sneakers. The next topic we really wanted to get into is like what our favorite shoes is. And that's a topic we could go on for a while, but we're gonna make it short though. But I guess since I'll just start. My favorite sneaker. I honestly don't have a favorite sneaker. I can't lie. I said it was Grape 5s, but I kind of if it was Grape 5s, I would have a pair now, and I don't. So really, honestly, I'm gonna go more so as my favorite model. And my favorite model is I probably would say it's either the Nike Air Force One lows, which are on the table right now, the Off-Whites, or I also would say Jordan 3s. I really like Jordan 3s too, since they're nice and comfortable, and I like the way they sit on my foot. But I'm gonna transfer it to Nick to make him, because he I know he has a favorite shoe. So
yeah, before I get into my favorite shoe, I'm gonna say something about Off-White Air Forces in general. To me personally,
watch what you say.
Me personally, if it wasn't for Virgil, these Air Forces wouldn't be as good as.
I agree.
However, my opinion still stands on Off-White Air Forces. I think and I believe and I feel like these are overhyped and mid.
No comment.
Overhyped.
Bricks.
I am entitled to my opinion, and I feel like Off-White Forces are overhyped.
Let's not start an argument here.
No, it's not an argument.
We'll stay on topic.
I might get kicked out of the sneaker community, but I mean, I'm sorry. Someone has to go against the grain. I mean,
they're definitely hype. I can't lie. I'm not gonna argue that, but these things are not mid.
When you have to put a pair on. You have to put a pair on to know how they really like to see.
They're the same Air Forces.
Trust me, bro. It's an experience. Exactly.
What about 5s?
You have hyped. Yeah.
Okay.
Fives right now, like, aren't as hype as they used to be.
Yeah.
But those, and you show anybody one of those, they'll take it. But if you show them like a regular 5 that's come out in the past couple months,
that is it. Yeah, they folded because
no matter which colorway it is. Some people prefer one over the other, but when it comes down to it, they're both good colorways.
Yeah, so going back on topic, so my favorite pair of shoes is actually, all right, so my favorite model is Jordan 1s. So Jordan 1s, Chicago 1s, those are actually my favorite. So Chicago 1s. But the ones that are my favorite in my collection right now is actually my Grape 5s with the Nike Air on the back. I got to mention that because last time we seen a Nike Air on the back of Jordans is the Fresh Prince pair and the 1990 pair. The other two pairs that dropped in between those had the Jordan sign. And safe to say, I'm pretty much the only one rocking the one with the Nike Air on the back. So it kind of makes me feel special. So I think those are my favorite in the collection. So, yeah.
Not to rain on your parade, but my friend has those Nike Airs.
Oh.
But it is like it's really rare to see them though, and he actually had to get like a replacement.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't come all together. Like he had swapped the soles and everything.
Yeah, so yeah. That makes sense.
Oh, that's not legit.
And in order to get them like that, he had swapped the sole. But yeah, it is a rare commodity.
But that's the 90 colorway.
Yeah.
You have the Fresh Prince, and you put the laces on. That man got the 90s colorway.
Yeah. So what you trying to say?
Nah,
man. If you try to put those, I bet if he, try to pass those on authentication, those things are not gonna pass.
Yeah, because of course the soul swap.
Yeah. But yeah, that's crazy.
Sneakerhead like us,
We don't care.
Nah, we care because
I care.
yeah,
if he told me those were the 90s, I'd be like, yo.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I would have jumped on those two. That's crazy.
But
Wow.
to get back on topic, I probably my favorite silhouette probably Jordan 4s. I mean, not to hop on the bandwagon, but it's like since middle school though.
No,
like I said,
before it's our fire.
yeah,
I can't.
Since
argue.
middle school, my first pair was a cement 4s, and then now I have the 2016 cement 4s. So it's like, you know, it's a trend. It's not like something that I hopped on. Yeah. And honestly, I could say my favorite pair in the collection is probably like my cement 4, just because of the history of how I wanted them, and I wasn't able to get them. And I got them off my friend, and he took them back, bro. He took them back. I paid him $60, and he took them back.
What? So you got finesse.
Yeah, I got finesse. I basically rented his shoes.
Wow, that's crazy.
But yeah, 4s, my favorite silhouette, favorite colorway, cement 4s. Yeah, it's pretty solid.
It's not a shoe I've ever had, but I've had red 4s, fire red 4s, but cement 4s, they hit. Yeah. They got all the basic colors you want. Exactly. For me, I think my favorite shoe out of the collection at the moment probably be my off-white 2s, the white ones. Yeah. And for me, the only reason I say that is because my first pair of Jordans was a Jordan 2.
Wow.
You know, I felt like for a long time before those ever came out, the off-whites, I felt like a bit of an oddball because, that's the one silhouette that everybody doesn't like. Not even Jordan liked it.
Yeah.
But sentimentally, it was like
Jordan 2s are underrated. I'll say that.
No, underrated. They are. There's a couple of gems out there. You know, you have your Mellow 2s, the Away colorway. They're great.
Yeah, they're really
comfy.
Yeah, they're definitely comfortable. Yeah, I agree.
You know, I think last year they had a lot of. I wouldn't say they had a lot of hype, but I saw that the company.
Yeah, it was starting to grow. Correct.
Trying to pump them back out.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Facts.
Well, my favorite Jordan, I'd probably have to say the 5. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
5s.
I don't have a certain 5. The only 5s I have right now in my collection is the muslin 5s, the off-white muslin 5s. But I'm not gonna lie, I had the Raging Bull 5s, the black version, not the red version. Those things are really nice. I can't lie.
Yeah, the old Raging Bull pack is.
Yeah,
definitely the old one.
That's an all time. That's an all time.
The new one.
And then not only that, they're still accessible. The 2009 pair, but the only thing is, you got to worry about cracking. But the Jordan 5,
always.
That's the crazy thing. Like I got mine from Poshmark for like one something. Yeah, close to like 200 and no cracking at all. And I wore them for months, and then I sold them, still no cracking. The person that got them, he loved them, so
that's a perfect transition. Actually, talking about Poshmark, since our next topic is places to get sneakers.
Hold on, wait, bro. What? Come on, bro. Jeez.
Bro, we're at 28 minutes.
Bro, relax, man. Calm down. Relax. I'm not finished, bro. I do the transitions. Anyway, so to pick up back off what Mike said, getting Jordan 5s from Poshmark, like the Raging Bulls, those things are crazy. Now, I did have a chance to get the Raging Bulls, the same ones that you have. Yeah. But I chose a different path since. Yeah, well, I was going to trade. Yeah. So where I went is some dead stock Jordan 7 Hairs countdown pack with the box. And those came out in 2007, I believe.
That's a slept-on silhouette. I still want 7s, but they just don't make any good colorways anymore.
That is very, very true. I mean, I think.
Oh, they look good with long pants.
Yeah, they could look good.
If you wore them with your Carhartts, then you would like them.
Yeah, yeah. And only that, I have some other shoes like the Lobsters. I think the Lobsters are like one of my biggest. SBs. Those
made an impact on the community.
The SBs. Yeah. Oh yes, extremely.
Even the Dunks.
Yes, extremely. And
Dunks. They muddied the Dunks.
Yeah, they came in when like the Adidas NMDs.
I remember those.
Those things came and went.
Human races.
I'm actually looking at a pair right now, bro, for 120, the Sun Glow colorway. I may get them. Those things are so comfortable.
Yeah, those are crazy. But yeah. So all those shoes, man. I love my shoes. So I'm not gonna sell them, trade them. Nah, I'm not doing that. Y'all do that, but I'm not gonna do that. Anyways, the transition. So now people always ask us, where do we get our shoes from? sometimes I just want to gatekeep because I just don't want to tell them. Sometimes, just put them on, I guess, just to be nice. But so where do you guys get your shoes from? Oh, all right. For me, well, it's not gatekeeping. It's pretty accessible. So for me, it started out with eBay in high school. So the shoes I got from eBay were like the Laney 5s, the military blue 4s, the powder blue 10s. Those were pretty much the ones that started it off.